Since I was a kid. This is the first time I've used it medically for sure.
About a month ago, the turtle was brought to Dr. Ellen Bronson at the Maryland Zoo.
He was probably hit by some kind of vehicle and had multiple severe fractures to the bottom of his shell.
They repaired the shell.
So this is the part we're trying to keep off the ground so he can heal better.
It takes about a year to fuse back together.
We finally came to Legos and found someone that could help us design a Lego wheelchair for him to get him off the ground and up just a little tiny bit so that he could move better and the pressure wasn't on his fractures.
It's a turtle, right? A turtle. A little putty and a few Legos. A simple solution.
When you think of Legos, it's just like something to play with, like not for something that you could use to like help an animal that's in danger or something like that.
Can you imagine a turtle in a wheelchair made of Legos, Peanut?
But in this case, a little imagination is all it takes.
There's a lot that stuck out to me with this one.
Yeah. How was it?
I'm like, it's hard because I'm like thinking about is a good one. Is it as strong though?
Does it compete with our others?
I mean, the shots were really good, especially those really low, hard to get. I don't know how.
And the Lego transitions were cool.
Can we say yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine with saying yes. Yeah.
Break it down later.
Yeah.
Crazy Cranford Cowboy and the Brotherhood are
Yeah.
really
those
strong
are
right now.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh yeah.
September 11th. Oh, this is a sad one, I think.
I feel like I remember this one.
I do.
Maybe
I
not.
just need to. I remember watching it, I guess.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, ready. Sorry.
A lot of time has passed, but this is something that still feels so so real.
Oh.
Yeah.
This was.
And he always kept me in line, gave me good advice. He was my older brother.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch.
This is a yes.
This is a yes.
Yep.
Oh, I already have goosebumps.
I watched that one twice.
I think I watched it 3 times.
It was
No,
good.
I did serious watched it twice.
Yeah.
It's like,
For the love of Lucas.
we prevented us at that. Stopping it early helped. Don't have to wear the shades inside anymore.
Well, for
Right.
the love of Lucas already sounds like a. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I have that one listed.
Huh?
What's that?
I have that one listed.
For the love
For
of
the love of
Lucas.
Lucas.
Can we skip this one and come back? Let me look it up.
Just don't put a
Hit back, cancel,
Yeah.
and go back.
cancel
I
and
guess.
go back. Yeah. How's your head?
It's better.
That's good.
And water helping.
Axe throwing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
This was a good one too.
This was a good one.
The shots, the
The
360 camera.
I don't really need to see this one, but okay.
Let's make sure it's that one.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
what if somebody else had a?
Welcome.
Yup, it
This
is.
is the coolest place
I don't
you'll
need to
ever
watch
come.
They
this.
test
I
your
don't even-
creativity.
You know,
We have some work ahead of us.
No.
But I'm putting.
That's a
Yeah,
yes.
it's a yes.
Yeah.
Hang on, I don't have this one listed either.
Oh wait.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't have this
It
one.
says
listed either.
48-hour feature.
No, it's not on my list.
Yeah.
Oh, I
A
see.
finalist.
It has to
But I mean, it
match
should
up
be
her
there, right?
list.
If
My
it's
list was the list that I sent for them to pull up.
okay.
Oh.
Oh.
So don't put anything in there quite yet. I'm gonna put little asterisks by these.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't watch that last one.
No, we didn't watch the last one because it
Oh
wasn't
no,
on
for
the
the
list
love of
either.
Lucas, we didn't.
I don't know that I remember this one.
I don't remember this name at all.
I don't have that one either.
They may have had different names too. But she still had 35, so
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What about, what's the name of that one? The
The
beating.
beating heart of Leadville.
I
that
remember
one,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, he
I
uses
remember that.
the heart, was it the racquetball?
Can we? I just need to watch the first little bit of it to make sure that
Oh,
this
is
what
this on the list?
That's on the
Okay, I think it's the racquetball. Oh, no, it's not.
I don't think it was.
In a place known for getting away,
A lot of people have gotten here by accident,
there's this certain longing to stay.
Sound is
end
just
up falling in love with it.
so good.
Leadville, it's kind of one of those unseen towns that you don't really appreciate until you've actually passed through somehow.
It's a nice place to go when you want to get away from basically your boss.
An antique town nestled in the mountains,
Let's call it happening Old West Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
full of life for 150 years.
My kids are the 5th generation that lives in lives in Leadville.
We've got history on every corner.
I'm a real fan of the history in general, and it's definitely a point of pride for everyone who lives here.
And history is what gives this town life.
I call it the beating heart of Leadville.
When you're out there starting the fire, it's a good view to look at. It's been there for a while.
You're standing here in front of the Tabor Opera House, which was built in 1879 by Horace Tabor.
But to understand the Tabor Opera House's significance, you have to know who Horace Tabor was.
He was highly controversial. First of all, he left his wife Augusta for a baby girl. That outraged a lot of folks. He had strong opinions about politics, as many folks do today. And he built big. I mean, he built this building in 100 days.
A man possibly not well liked in Colorado.
I think around here, we kind of like our Horace Tabor because he built the beautiful opera house.
But the Opera House, nearly 140 years of living in Leadville, owned through different families trying to keep it alive, was threatened by neglect.
It's held up kind of by memory and willpower right now. We've got holes coming through the chimney and the sky up there. We've done an estimate of it, $8.5 to $10 million to rehabilitate this building and make sure it's sturdy for another 100 years.
And through the power of love for history,
We just raised $316,000 and started last month our architecture and engineering project.
they have a chance to bring it back to life.
But does it bother you?
Now, having people perform here again for the first time in years.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and we got $10 million to raise.
I want to see her again. But
This town, grateful for the kind-hearted,
People need to see it. You know, that's how you keep something alive.
and a place not willing to part with.
The Tabors is like one of the souls in Leadville.
It's an act here that's only just starting. In Leadville, Thomas Hoppo, Denver 7.
it was good though.
It was, I mean, phenomenal editing,
I thought, yeah.
Well, yeah.
but
I mean,
the sound in that one was
it's
just.
like despite the little things, despite a couple of the little things, like, you know,
but there are little things.
they are little things. Man, that was a good one.
I do have those other ones now.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
so the ones that they're in there?
Yeah, they called them different names.
Okay, I
Oh.
thought so.
Yeah, I thought that one was beautifully shot.
Yes, it
The
was.
sound was
I say
perfect.
we pass that one.
So maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you're gonna, it's a maybe, but
It's a
yes.
maybe.
And then do we need to go back to
Yeah,
the
go back.
previous?
Sorry, they
For the
called them
love
different things.
For the love of Lucas.
Yes.
That's the only one.
No,
Yeah,
and the
because
dog with
we
the
saw
stick.
the axe thing. We remember the axe.
Yeah,
thing.
but remember the dog with the stick wasn't on there either.
Oh, I didn't write that one down.
Yeah, they're in there now. They just called
Yeah,
them different
yeah.
names.
We just need to watch
Yeah.
those.
This one is, we did that one.
The love for the love of Lucas or dog with a stick.
Which one was first?
Whichever's first. Ready.
Okay.
I do.
It appears the Straw family has everything. Lots of toys and lots of love.
I love this quiz.
Sammy and Caleb are exceptionally close, but neither one ever met their other brother, Lucas.
So this was our pregnancy announcement. It was at Halloween.
Like most families,
Daddy was the beekeeper.
they have lots of photos.
And Lucas was in my
Just
phone.
scroll-
Images
just scroll.
big of a
that help
difference.
share.
Yeah, just scroll.
Can we scroll through it a
just
little?
Scroll through, yeah. Now I can understand if they were doing that for effect.
Right.
But there was like put some music under it or something like that. But
It just looks way too
it was,
different.
Yeah, big difference. It wasn't a transition to
Yeah.
to make me think that was
Okay,
on purpose.
I can say no to this.
No.
Although I'm
And
pretty
axe
sure I would have
throwing
cried
is
watching.
An
a yes,
absolute yes.
if that's next.
Wait, which one?
Axe throwing.
But we said yes, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, I was
That's
telling
what
him
he's saying,
because
it's still a yes.
it wasn't on her list initially.
And
Yeah.
But it was named different.
Lucas, did you like?
No.
No.
Okay.
So we need to go to axe throwing and put it through as a yes.
Yes.
Name things differently.
Right.
And then dog with
Dog
a
with
stick.
a stick. There we go. I don't remember.
Oh.
Doggy.
If only we knew what they're thinking.
I love that
What object of affection beyond these four walls consumes their thoughts? Brace yourself, for in this rarest of cases,
Where's your sticky?
we know.
There you go.
Because Cassie is part yellow lab, part French manager.
From day one, she just picked up the stick and away we went.
Jerry and Mary Beersba have the photographic proof of their little puppy already stuck on a stick.
The dog with the stick. That's what we're known as, the keepers of the dog with the stick.
She's always got it, yes. Yes, she's quite the dog.
As Cassie grew,
every time,
her sticks did too. This one, 6 feet long, she carried 5 years.
I was in Herberger's one time and a lady across the jewelry counter was checking out and she's looking at me, she goes, "Oh my gosh, you're the lady with the dog with the stick." And I go, "Yeah."
Now 11 years old, Cassie is 6 months into a stick more age appropriate. She is, however, no less determined.
Would you be angry if I borrowed your stick for a second?
That's photographer Rob Collins trying to attach the tiniest of cameras to Cassie's stick. And Cassie having none of it.
He likes the stick.
I like that.
But if Cassie has a nemesis,
Might be a little bit tricky here.
it's that narrow bridge on the way to the park. She can be, after all, a wide load.
She just basically hit the bridge and kind of goes
Like
backwards.
an old Three Stooges routine.
Worse, that gap in the bridge railing cost Cassie her last stick when it tumbled into the swift-moving spring current.
Oh, she was going in.
She wanted to find it, yeah. She was going in. We had to stop her.
Cassie ran instead into the woods, re-emerging moments later.
You got a new sticky.
Who's got to pick it?
She has standards. Go on.
And as for that menacing bridge,
let's go.
No way she's dropping her friend again.
You can make it. Good, Pop.
Yeah, that's a good girl.
I think she's a showboat, personally. I think she likes leading a parade, just likes showing off.
Dog or drum major?
She's strutting her stuff.
Either way, Cassie isn't about to give up her shtick.
Goofball.
Boyd Hubert, Carol 11 News, Sartell.
I'm still sold on the stronger ones right now, though.
You know, if you watched it on silent, I don't know, because I'm a sucker for a dog story.
Well, that and he just writes around it so well.
I mean, there was some cool things in it as far as photography was.
Yeah, but do you want to watch it without sound? I mean, because it's not. Think about the way it was shot. It's good.
Can we say a maybe?
Sure. Maybe.
This is, what did Sean say we need? Animal, soft feature, and animal hard feature for their own categories.
Y'all said, y'all say yes to simple solution, the turtle?
Simple solution. I think we said
We said maybe.
maybe.
Did we?
Hang on, I can go up and look.
Simple solution. Yes, we said yes. We said yes.
Oh, we did?
Mhm.
Okay, I forgot to put that. Thank you.
Portrait.
I'm good.
Dog with a stick was a yes.
Portrait of Creed. What is that? Oh, this is a good one.
I
This
know
is a
this
really
one.
good one.
And this is a yes for me.
This is a yes for me too.
This is one of my favorite stories I've seen all year.
You want me to play it again?
Yeah, let me look at it real quick.
This is so good.
Small towns are notorious for their characters.
It's a poodle in the doodle.
They're also known for old-fashioned ideas, like talking to neighbors.
Better than Facebook.
It's still a thing here in Creed, Colorado.
If we're going to argue about something, we'll just put it aside and talk about the weather in Creed.
So when they planned an art show highlighting the inspiration around them,
just look around.
They looked past the obvious and focused on what they find even more beautiful.
The opportunity just to have the whole town willing to be painted.
Katrina took on the challenge.
It's hard to pass up.
To paint the town.
A lot of beards, a lot of plaid, a lot of personalities.
172 portraits.
Here I am. Holy cow. Rita Odom smiles with her entire body. I didn't know I ever smiled that big, but that smile just takes you in. I like it.
She made my eyes crazy green, which is wonderful, because that's the way I think of my eyes. But
the exhibit is called Be the Art.
We are an art exhibit.
Like John, the school principal over there with the Fender guitar.
This is Benjamin. He actually goes by the name Benjamin because he didn't like any of the other nicknames associated with Benjamin.
I'm just stunned. I'm just stunned.
Manuel and Ann Zadate
cooked
up this idea.
We want to basically turn this into a year-round arts community.
Everyone was able to pay what they can for their portrait, and whether that's $10 or $1,000 or $10,000.
The money goes to the National Winter Playwrights Retreat,
This is so amazing. Look at Delma.
funding artists from all over to spend a week in Creed, writing and enjoying the outdoors.
And it's beginning to change the winter commerce and make a difference in the lives of people who really struggle in the wintertime when there's no tourism.
But I feel like I know them just because I've been staring at their faces.
Katrina is from Portland, painting faces she doesn't even recognize because she's Manuel's favorite artist.
Okay, so I'm a little biased here because she's my daughter.
And she did it all for free.
I believe anyone should be able to get art. I feel like it should be, I'd love to see art in every person's household.
Art, funding art,
My eyes are closed.
bringing warmth to Creed
Oh.
in the coldest months.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. Hard to talk because he just died a few days ago. So, wow. That makes this painting even more special that he's in it.
I think that everybody here has Creed in common more than whatever our differences might be.
Just an appreciation for everybody in this
To
town.
me, this is about what America should be about.
It's America.
You know,
America.
smiling through differences, helping each other, and loving their dogs, of course. For next, this is
This is a good one. I would put, yeah, it's a yes, but I would just say it's gonna be it's a maybe more for me compared to the other ones, the other feel good ones.
Did we say yes to Beating Heart of Leadville?
We said maybe,
Okay, okay,
or at least you asked me to.
It's a maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
okay. That's what because I mark for sure yeses, and then I didn't remember if we did that.
Why don't I have Georgina
I have no idea what this is.
Sahara.
Why don't I have
Let's just call it that for now.
That's what the first thing people say is like, take that rag off your head, or, you know, and go back to where you came from. And now I want to be like, well, I was born and raised here and I wear it. So I am where I belong, and you have to deal with it because this is my America too. Jim, Tiffany, last week the city's Plan and Zoning Commission unanimously voted to recommend that council approve Palmer's zoning plans. But I spoke with the superficially, it seems shocking that like a rural, semi-rural Midwest area would be the first, but in the end, it goes back to kind of like that Midwest hospitality.
I don't think that if you closed your eyes and pointed to someplace on the map that your finger probably would have landed here, but it did, and it happened for a reason. And I go back to the fact that it happened because of who she is.
This was just one of those things when people said it was going to be tough. I was just like, I know, but life is tough. You know, lots of people have it tougher than I do. And I was born and raised with the values of equality and democracy and hard work, getting you to your dream, the American dream, then it's going to happen here. Like, if it's not me, it'll be someone else, but at least I'm going to try. In that area is concerned about what would happen if they pursued that and we'd be displaced and whatnot. So that's who we're going to
I knew when we started doing it, when I started the conversation and started to make the move, that Tahara was making history.
Whether we found out that I was the first,
or the 30th,
or the third,
or the 3,000th.
I would have worked just as hard to get this job.
She is a tremendous journalist.
I just wanted this job.
She's been hired because she deserved the job.
It can be hard to be who you are. And a lot of times it's not going to be easy to get what you want. And you might notice that it's because of the way you look or what you believe in. But part of our religion is to perfect your character and basically be a light to other people's eyes. And honestly, that's what I prayed for every night for years, is to be able to soften people's hearts. I have a realization every night of what this really means. So in a lot of ways, so I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but also in a lot of ways it's still surreal. In the newsroom, Tahara Rahman, Local 4 News.
I really liked that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, this one for me was a better, or like, I would put this one over the last two or three maybe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like this. I like that one. It's a yes one.
I like that. It was, yeah, it's a yes for me. Oh, Roy?
I was trying to think of his he said the last two or three maybes. What were they again?
Oh, my bad. It's I had put the beating, I didn't have Beating Heart of Leadville on here. So I meant the last two, not the last three. So a dog with a stick was a maybe, wasn't it? Or
yes, it was a maybe.
And then
I would put it before that for sure.
And then the
Portrait of Creed.
Oh, you guys said yes to Portrait.
I love Portrait of Creed.
Yeah, I do too.
That I love Portrait of Creed.
For me, that's why. That's what I was saying. But anyway, I would say yes to this one though.
Yeah, I say yes to this one as well.
Yeah, I really like that one.
We'll just have to.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, yeah. Duke it out there. Yeah.
Ruby's Letter.
Oh, I remember this one.
I remember the name.
This was, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what this is. Okay.
Mail call. Not what it used to be, since email and messaging have made increasingly rare a handwritten letter. Rarer still to get like this.
Yeah.
Dear Care 11, I'm a reminder. I always wanted to be an actor, but I could never figure out how. I wanted to be on the same the land of 10,000 stories.
Who was this girl?
I'm 10 years old.
Going old school.
Your friend Ruby.
In pursuit of her dreams.
Hi there.
Hi.
Are you Ruby? I'm Boyd. Thanks so much for the letter.
She asked me not to read it, and I said, really? And I said, okay, I'll get you a stamp.
Contents unknown. Ruby's mother mailed the letter.
Yep. I did.
I told my mom and dad I wanted to be famous. They said it was hard, and I told them I could do it.
She has a very clear idea of what she wants to do.
I could always sing and act in my house, but no one knew.
I said, you would not believe who called me today and left me a message. And she said, who? And I said, Boyd. She said, no way. She's like, oh, this is great news.
It was one of those.
It worked.
Because an actor needs to get discovered. Which is how we found ourselves in Ruby's letter writing place.
Yeah.
You seem like someone who knows what she wants.
Yeah. I think about the future a lot. Like in my piggy bank, I save money for college when I'm older.
Tooth fairy money, birthday money.
I think about doing good grades in high school so I get into a good college.
What do you want to study in college?
Music and acting.
That's Ruby's favorite actor and singer, Dove Cameron, from the Disney Channel. Ruby watches her all the time.
If I become an actor, I'm going to save a bunch of money and fly me, mommy, and daddy to Paris.
So with a world of plans, Ruby grabbed a pen and made her plea.
I think I could become famous if you guys at Care 11 help out.
She wanted to stay home today to practice. She wanted to be ready. She wanted to make sure she was ready.
Are you a little nervous right now?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm more of a shy type.
A shy type.
Whenever you're ready.
Who looked into our lens
She just wants to be beautiful, she goes.
and seized her moment.
No limits, she craves attention, she praises.
Big dreams come with risks.
My biggest fear would be she would get her heart broken. And that drive that she has would go away. Yeah. So I don't want to see that happen.
But Ruby's parents also know they must free their youngest child to stare intimidation in the face and spread her wings.
And you should know you're beautiful just the way you are.
I'm so proud of her today. So proud of her today.
Ruby, you got your wish, your start.
And you should know you're beautiful just the way you are.
Now, keep writing your ticket and reaching
Just hot
for the sky.
so you're beautiful.
Boyd, Care 11 News, Monticello.
Oh, you're beautiful.
That's
I
great.
loved
Hey,
the story,
nice job.
but nothing about like the shooting popped in.
Right.
You know, like, oh my God, but I
It's
love
a good feel-good story,
It
but again,
is.
take him out of it. I have to say no.
I can say no because nothing about the shooting like
Right.
screamed at me. I did like how they shot the letter. I like
Yes,
how they shot the letter.
I will use that.
But that was it. That was all that came to
Shooting
me.
wise.
So I can say no to this one.
I would say I liked a lot of it. I did like the different angles for the interviews and stuff. It was kind of cool. But
With the girl?
Yeah, but then at the same time, I'm thinking about
I also think
competing
the parents' interview could have looked cleaner.
It was a little bland.
In comparison to the other ones. It's not
Right. It's a great story.
Oh, she's so cute. It's a
No.
I'm sorry, Ruby.
Good luck. I wish you the best.
Can I use the potty?
What was that?
Yeah, can we take like a 5 real quick?
Is that okay?
3.
3? I can do 3, okay.
I'm basically cutting and layering the duct tape.
Snips and swipes. Hours and hours of snips and swipes.
Either parallel or perpendicular, every piece of tape, because I think it looks sloppy otherwise.
I don't understand it. I really don't.
I like to play with texture. I like to be creative. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't.
Ripley's Believe It or Not is stuck on Kerry's work. It bought 10 pieces,
Good
including
Lord.
Abraham Lincoln and Starry Starry Night for its museums. One piece fetched
over $9,000.
She even won a Crafty Award.
This is what came in the mail? We have no clue what this has to do with duct tape.
Parents were equally puzzled by Kerry's career choice.
How are you going to support yourself?
Yeah.
She graduated college with honors and planned to be a neurosurgeon.
It was more like, are you sure you don't want to be a doctor?
We end up with duct tape all over our house. So. No, where did we go wrong?
Where did we go
But
wrong?
Kerry's like a surgeon with those scissors. Up close, thousands and thousands of cut and stacked duct tape. But step back for the big reveal.
This is the merman from the movie Shape of Water, which won the Academy Award. I basically developed my own art form. Also means I'm the best at what I do because nobody else does it. So that's pretty cool.
Also pretty cool, this 16-foot, 300,000-piece creation recently went in the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest duct tape artwork on the planet. Leave it to a girl from Biglerville to dream big.
Loved it. Thoughts, Elroy?
He's saying no.
I love it, but I'm when it comparing to the other ones that are well shot.
Yeah, but
Let me look at.
how many do we have now? 10?
Wait. Oh, I went up way too far.
I mean, I do
Yes,
love the
yes.
story, but
I can say no. No, when I look up at that list.
right,
God, it's good, but
it is really good, but when,
But what makes it not as good? It's a great story.
it is a great story, but we're looking at all the other ones, the ones that stood out to us, the ones that we automatically said yes to before we even played,
Yeah,
because of the editing,
It's
the
not in
shooting,
the top three
the
right now.
composition, right? Everything, it's a good story. It's a great story.
Yeah.
But does it?
Do we push? Oh, never mind.
So I'm gonna say no too.
Overall, no.
Monk parakeets.
I don't know that I've seen this one.
Ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Serenity can feel
We've seen
scarce
this.
in a city.
we've seen
It
this.
is just as rare to spot one of
Oh,
these
yes. Oh.
in the wild
Okay.
at White Rock Lake.
I see about 2 or 3 every single year, just to kind of put it in perspective, and I'm out here every day.
But one of the most colorful things at the lake
on ATL
is also one of the most mysterious.
Oh, there was one. Oh yeah, there's a bunch. I always just thought at first when I was little that it was just like somebody's house pet that got out. But then as you get older and you see that there's like a multitude of them, you're like, how the heck did these get here?
Well, it could have been one.
This is one of the lake's enduring mysteries. Where did a colony of parakeets
No, I've gotten some good ones.
come from?
I take pictures of them all the time.
Like many, Lori Gibson has seen them for years.
My daughters love to look at them. I've seen
That was
probably
fun.
about 100 parakeets
I
out
know,
here
I
and just one bald
You can
eagle.
stop it.
Officially, they're called the monk.
I'm just messing around.
It's a yes for me.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yes.
No idea what story this is.
Huh?
They renamed it something different.
Yeah, because I
Did
don't
they
remember
really?
it called monk
Yeah, I don't
parakeets.
think
It was called something else.
Oh.
that is.
What's that? Oh, man, you tearing them up.
I'm killing them.
Yeah, that's it.
Crisscross crash.
We've seen this, right?
Yes. I mean, we saw it in a POI.
This is the Motor City, man. This is where it's at. This is where it all started.
This track's been here since 1953. It's really a cool track because it's small like a bowl. A lot of famous drivers have came out of here through the years.
You got some of the best race car drivers in the world right here tonight.
At the intersection, here we go. We're going to be on the hammer now.
Today is a very exciting night.
Tonight is Flat Rock's.
It's when they start driving the buses. Right after he knocks one over.
Oh, all right.
Right here. That one. That shot right there.
There we go. We got one over right off the bat. Well, the figure eight,
We'll get to it.
you're going to crash in the middle, and people seem to like that.
They love to see them big buses crash.
It's funny to see us crash.
That's what we do. We tear them up.
Yeah, with boom.
Make it spectacular.
How'd it go? Absolutely fabulous.
No as well. Ryan?
Oh, yeah, sorry, no. I thought we were in agreement.
I will always be.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sounds like a tearjerker.
This is the father one. Oh, no, that's
No.
that's the father. Yeah, never mind. Not the one I was thinking.
Not the wheelchair one?
Or
No.
the balloon one.
The one where
Yeah,
the
that's
mock
Daddy,
wedding.
we're all here.
No,
No.
the mock wedding. For his daughter.
Oh!
Play it
Is
real
this what that is? It is.
As the rain pours, a sense of finality looms at Charles George VA Medical Center.
Inevitable is inevitable.
That's where a proud Air Force veteran faces the reality of his losing battle.
I've got 3 or 4 days to live, maybe.
John Jonas has brain cancer.
You gave me the best years of my life.
He's in hospice care with wife Jeannie by his side.
You got so many people that love you. That seems a shame to give it all up.
Remember this one? And
In
it's a
recent
good
days,
story, but I
John's
remember
come to
nothing
peace with matters of life and death.
popping out at me as.
Instead of pure sadness, the occasion today is bittersweet.
Stop it.
I'm ready
This is
for
enough.
them.
But it was a touching story.
Oh, man, I think that's
Homeless haircuts.
This was on a POI thing too. Was it?
How you doing, man?
Yes,
you want?
it was.
A row of barber
'Cause we
chairs
saw it.
and volunteers line War Memorial Plaza.
I'm Chris. What's your name?
DJ.
Good to meet you, brother.
Chris Trobaugh is one of the Nashville street barbers.
Just the fact that I want to get back. It fulfills my soul coming out here, truly.
You see, you just don't get a cut when you sit down.
They're hiring out of my restaurant right now where I work at.
You get connection,
Yeah, you got some awesome hair, bro.
conversation,
How's your day going? What you been up to all day?
and community.
It's hard to comprehend that somebody would care about me. You know, me of all people.
Charles Spann is exactly why the barbers work from daylight to dark every Monday evening.
People stand a bit taller when they have a fresh, clean haircut. People feel better about themselves with a fresh, clean haircut. So that's all we're trying to do.
The stylists even put on headlamps when the sun sets on the plaza. And through donations, they have other battery-powered equipment they can use outdoors.
We're doing everything in our power to just empower them, lift them up, make them feel good.
Yes. Got you, bro? My man.
It makes Mondays a lot better.
Jerry Wyndham! You're gonna go to that handsome gentleman right there.
And there's always a waiting list. Sometimes it's 30 people deep before the barbers even get there.
They have kind hearts.
I agree.
They help inside and out.
I can see this one. We can stop this one.
And no,
Correct.
That's a no, correct. 2, 4, 6.
Warren's routine.
This sounds familiar.
It's familiar. Okay.
Sometimes it feels like this city never slows
Raise the
down.
volume a little bit, please.
But during the busiest time of day, you might see one man slowly making his way down the street.
Very busy, very busy.
He gives back.
Warren White likes to be busy.
I
So
like
take
this one.
This down to
That's why he has his morning commute planned down to the minute.
21st Avenue. You can transfer from the to the number 7. Bus drivers seem to vary. And I walk up to a new bus stop. 3 to the 7 to Green Hills.
A 7:30 bus
This is it. Morning.
takes him from White Bridge Road to the Gulch.
Next stop.
Then a 10-minute walk to catch the next bus.
So I get on the number 7 at the bus stop up here.
Another bus
This is it.
for another 3 miles. Altogether, an hour and a half in rush hour traffic.
Hillsborough and Woodmont.
All to get here by 9 a.m.
This is the building right here.
At 68 years old, there is no job forcing Warren out of bed so early. He ditched his fast food uniform 5 years ago.
We make a lot of fruit salads.
But Warren wouldn't call this work.
I enjoy producing nutritious, tasty food for poor people in Nashville.
This is the Nashville Food Project. The nonprofit gave away 150,000 meals last year. Warren helps prep food every Tuesday and Thursday without fail.
He actually started as an intern. When he retired, he went to get a culinary arts degree.
So these are going out first.
And when he graduated, he just kept coming.
4 years of volunteering, countless hours over the cutting board. Warren knows the people here rely on his routine.
We would not be able to do 3,000 meals a week without the volunteers that are really doing all of the work.
But Warren didn't realize
It's a very
how much he relies on these people.
a very genuine, friendly group of people.
People who have filled his life with joy.
Wow.
Every now and then we'll be in the office and we'll hear Warren in the prep room with his incredible laugh, and everybody stops and just smiles because it's so warming. We love to point it out.
I'm glad they did that.
It just feels it all over.
Warren may have started here as a student.
I felt young. I wanted to learn more about cooking and be able to contribute more.
But he has taught so many how to give.
If everybody was like Warren and that dedicated to like serving their community, I just can't even imagine.
We rely on him.
Sometimes it feels like there is so much to do.
Next thing we have to do, obviously, is clean up.
And so little time.
They look good.
Especially in this kitchen.
I feel good about being part of an organization that's aggressively trying to meet the needs of a lot of different types of people.
But if we learned from Warren, we'd remember the reasons behind our routines.
He gives so much here. I'm so glad that we're able to give something back to Warren.
And appreciate the people who give us purpose.
I think that it's easy to take people that are so regular for granted. I really am going to try not to do that with him because he really makes us smile every time he's here.
With photojournalist
I always look forward to coming back.
Sarah McCarthy, News Channel 5.
Yeah, that was a really good story.
I don't know. I like the beginning. I like the purposeful jump cuts of him saying everywhere he goes. There were nice tight shots of like cutting the food, getting the naps. The ladies' interview looked nice. In the kitchen, you know.
I'm on the fence.
What do you think about the pauses? Like, for example, when
they
he
were
was
a little
cutting.
long.
Right. There were times where I think we were waiting on him.
Because yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There were two of them. One, we were waiting
Yeah.
for him to finish his thought, and the other one was he was cutting something.
Yeah.
And I thought was he crying?
I don't know. I don't know
but
what he
I
was
thought
doing.
so too. I thought he was, and he was saying to people then but I don't know. It's a sweet story.
It is a touching story. But nothing jumps out at me, Everything as being
just looking
competing with our.
Yeah. I can say no.
No number 2.
All right, keep going.
For a quick, can I have a quick break for a minute?
Yeah.
I'm about to go order the pizza. So, the 3 variations, let's go like a plain cheese one, a pepper.
Where are we?
Gypsy.
Oh, we're in Athens.
Are we in Athens? Okay, thank you. I was lost for a second. I appreciate you, Beth. Yes, thank you. Good looking out.
Where are we? Who are you? What is happening?
All right, Gypsy and Monica, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
There is nothing ordinary about the McAllisters, with 2 grown kids, now empty nesters, until...
just like a toddler would, like, Mom, 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 until you're just like, whatever.
Oh, I remember
fulfilling
this.
a lifelong dream and
But I feel
inviting
like I need to
the
watch
best
it.
reactions from, say, the cable guy.
And all of a sudden you just see him go. He goes, is that what I think it is? And I'm like, yeah, you're fine, man.
Is she duck?
Oh,
Mick
the
and
Bobcat.
Melissa
Bobcat,
McAllister
yeah.
have taken in 2 female bobcats.
What?
Gypsy and Monaco. You'll find them perched high up on the
I
windowsill.
know.
Gypsy is twice as small, but the alpha.
They don't just give you trust. I mean, it is a crazy earned trait.
That interview, those
Earned
interviews.
over several hard months. These 2 bobcats were declawed, hand-raised, bottle-fed their
This is
entire life.
really
Never knew the wild.
Oh my
When their first owners didn't want them, the McAllisters did.
Most of the cats that come to us because people have gotten in over their head.
Oh,
It is a sad reality at the largest bobcat rescue in the country, in Terrell. Some cats can't be released because of how close they are to humans.
I wrangle cats.
Val Marler says the McAllisters are their first private adoption, and for a reason.
Surprised they have any hair left at all.
They spent 4 hours a day playing with them, some scratches and gentle bites along the way. These cats are very active, very territorial, and fiercely loyal.
Because Monaco came close to me, Gypsy's kind of telling her, you're mine.
That's the shot so amazing.
Their food costs $400 a month. A mix
my
of chicken,
God.
steak, pork, shrimp, salmon.
She'll be back.
Mick and I are the first people to tell you we don't think these cats should be bred.
Feel weird on the
Bobcat
inside.
stories are rarely positive. It's always about them invading our space when we moved and built on theirs. They say they're misunderstood, but there is no misunderstanding the safe
really
space
like
they
this
have
one.
in their home. Jobin Paniker, Channel 8 News.
Nice and short and quick and story. You know
I
what I'm saying?
really
well
like
shot.
that. And
Very well
yeah.
shot.
That's a memorable one too.
And
That's
that
a
did
yes
not
for me.
feel like 2 minutes at all. Like it.
That's a yes for me.
Yeah, that was like.
Yeah,
that was
I need to
good stuff.
I need to write down everything I liked here. Hold on. Their interview looked
Interview
nice.
looked good. Yeah.
You know, shooting animals moving like that's hard.
Great. I was just thinking there's good action
it's-
with
And
it.
anticipating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Them coming into frame and.
Anticipating motion was good. Was great.
So yes, on it?
Yes.
Yeah, that is a yes.
One crash at a time.
I know I watched this, but I don't remember. Ready?
Yep.
It's a cold Sunday morning in a parking lot in Eagan.
Thanks for coming, you guys. It's kind of an early morning.
But you'd be hard-pressed to find a warmer welcome
Hop on up. Max is waiting for you guys.
anywhere.
Hey, Kyle, how's it going?
okay, I
Hey,
remember
Susan.
I don't.
How are you?
Dozens of people from all walks of life drawn together on a single mission.
All right, here's our adventure, you guys. They don't know we're coming. And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
At the same time, 2 hours south of the Twin Cities, A small community dishes up breakfast for one of their own and has no idea what's headed their way.
She's the cutest, happiest little baby in the world, and she's doing great. And action. Hi, guys. Matt and Gabby here.
This is a benefit for 1-year-old Gabby Brown, who's fighting a fierce battle with leukemia.
We cry every day from just the love and abundance of support and care that our community has shown us.
First benefit crashers right here!
Back on the bus,
Are you guys excited?
the plot is thickening.
So should we stand in front of the bus, you think? I think we should like be on the bus and then all of us get out.
Laura Henriksen is the mastermind behind this group called the Benefit Crashers. The idea was born out of her own experience.
Yeah, yes.
When her niece was fighting cancer while the family was living overseas.
When I felt so bad, I felt so alone out there. And I just thought to myself, I don't ever want my kids to feel alone or anyone else to feel that loneliness.
Laura started small, rounding up a couple of friends and family, finding benefits, and simply showing up.
I wanted something my family and friends could all go to, you know, with money or with not money, just to be a part of something. 1, 2, 3,
Less than a year later, it is a full-fledged movement. Their most recent crash drew dozens of people who connected on the group's Facebook page. They crashed this benefit for Sawyer Warner.
Hello! Yes, we're here to crash your benefit.
The 8-year-old who was thrown off a water slide last summer. He's recovering, but is facing a lifetime of care.
We're overwhelmed by how many people are here and how many people care about Sawyer.
Sawyer's was their 7th benefit.
That's a no. Yeah, whoever shot that close-up, I was like, oh, shoot the rest of it.
That was good looking.
My office?
My office.
So it was the state differences of camera equipment that was used that made.
Well, not just that. It was just, I mean, that was one thing, but
And it's a good story.
good
The problem, like, there's so many good stories. Like,
what stands out?
Yeah.
Right, like, oh man.
At this point, it's
to
like
get everything right, like not too long, and the shot, the composition,
Pacing,
the moments,
yeah.
it's a challenge.
All right.
We good.
We head to the golf course to get away from our desks.
Nice chip.
But in the woods, just beyond the first hole, it's all business.
This is my office.
R.J. Smith is in collections.
He'll come in and
You
get
know what I
scared.
remember?
I'm just sitting in my office quick.
The wide shots.
Hold
of
my
him and
messages.
Shane.
Mike
Yes,
Manahan
yes, all
is
the
the
golf
pro
balls.
at Rochester's Northern Hills Golf Course.
Transition to
Just
the
like
woods
know
and
it.
whatnot,
R.J. is the pro for balls hit off course.
Now I got one right here.
Midsummer, it's 95, 100. He's out there
Isn't he
with,
selling them or
comes back just dripping sweat. He's got burrs in his
Yeah,
hair.
because he's
What could
Yeah.
possibly
Yeah.
so motivate a man at 90 years
gonna
old?
give some money to charity.
I
It's all golf
remember.
balls.
Just
this
80
is a
years
yes.
of gathering.
Oh, here's something you'd like to see.
One of the world's largest collections
NFL.
of unique golf balls.
Now, these are all
Yeah.
Super Bowl balls. I've got every automobile manufacturer.
460 crates stacked floor to ceiling.
Volkswagen,
Yeah.
Lexus, Mercedes-Benz,
70,000 golf balls.
Honda.
Not two
Like, those are
alike.
really
My
good
wife always knew
detail
where I was
shots.
at. I wasn't sitting in a bar someplace drinking. I hunt this all the way down to the green, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I got all of that to hunt.
RJ started caddying at 11 years old.
Here's a ball right here.
Started collecting
Yeah.
soon after.
Here's one.
This
That's a
is
brand new
shot.
this year staff. This one I don't have
Beautifully, yeah.
neither.
Every find is
Yeah.
someone's loss.
It's a $5 golf ball.
I'm sure he has quite a few, maybe over there.
But don't expect sympathy.
You're supposed to play on the fairway.
Yeah, it's all.
RJ didn't
It's
direct the
matching
Tower
way
of
better than-
Titleist by going in halfway.
This is a 1950 golf ball.
Not once in his life has he paid for a golf ball.
This is a nice ball out of the 20s.
Paying
Yeah, there it is.
would be cheating.
This ball here is an Eagle Reach, 1917, this ball.
Just one extended break for
Love
RJ's
this.
military service, though in recent years, the searching
Here's a ball.
has also paused for breaks
Yeah.
on the third
Wide.
We've
hole.
seen it.
You always hope you go first, but it don't always
Every
work
wide
that
shot
way.
of
He
that
died
is,
first.
with him in the
16 years
Yeah.
now without his partner.
Yeah.
Dee golfed and RJ searched nearby for balls. What would she say if she saw him today?
I know where you're at.
Looking for golf ball.
I know where you're at.
Now, 3 months since his own cancer diagnosis.
Yeah.
The man who never bought a ball is ready to settle.
See all those
I'm crossing the fairway for the last time. Yeah.
Time for payback. Every penny earned off his 80-year collection, RJ plans to donate to charity.
God has given me everything I've ever wanted in life, and I never had to ask.
Everything he wanted, provided.
There's two of them right here.
Now, RJ Smith will be able to say he gave at the office too.
Here's another one.
Voidu, Care 11 News, Rochester.
Yeah, that one's up there.
So I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
That one's kind of.
For me, that one is up there because it was shot really well. The sequencing was great. The interview looked great. There were moments. There were nap pops. The pacing was on. There wasn't anything that I was like, oh, we missed that, or oh, I wish that was in
There wasn't
it.
anything that was like,
Yeah. Yep.
I'm still the target. I tell kids, it was like almost.
Almost, yeah.
It was almost.
It's a must see. We've seen this.
Oh, this is the troll
This is
under the
troll.
bridge, right?
I don't need to watch this one.
I don't either. That's a no, right?
Yes, it's a no for me.
What's the name of the last?
My Office.
The golf guy?
My office, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to figure out the names?
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, okay.
Some people just name their things
different
on the title and on the file they upload.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So we're looking at the file right there. Like that's.
Yeah, that's the file name.
Gotcha.
when they
Okay.
upload it.
Ready?
Nobody wants to watch the game at home alone. We all want to be together. If we're not all on a plane to DC together, we all want to be together. All right, come on, defense. I'm here to watch the Storm win a third championship. That's what I'm here for. Let's do it!
It's crazy. This is the way it is all the time. They're passionate. Yeah. They're energetic. They love their team. Let's go Storm! Let's go Storm!
It's been an amazing team to watch. Wow. As they evolve and they change and new players come in. Come on! It's exciting. We're ready to have this finished off and we're ready to celebrate. We're just ready to celebrate how amazing they've been.
Right.
We're gonna win it! Shoes on time!
Yeah! I think they're great role models. Come on! There's just a great respect between them and us as fans. They appreciate us and we appreciate them, and we show our appreciation by being the loudest fans in the WNBA. It was an amazing season, and before we knew it, all of a sudden we're in first, and we're the only ones in first, and then we're going into the playoffs in first. It's just been an amazing season to watch.
Waiting 8 years for this, and we did it! It was right before my birthday. Best birthday present ever!
Good story, but this one's a no for me.
Survey says.
Nah.
It was a good story. Fun story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Loud story. They're the loudest fans in the WNBA.
Salute the boot. Two.
The boot.
Ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I like that.
It's a very emotional time for any veteran.
How do you measure sacrifice?
You don't. You can't.
For Marlena Lynch,
It's very humbling.
Roosevelt Boulevard is the measure for a tribute.
To our men and women, the fallen heroes.
1,513 steps.
I'm gonna keep the faith that we're making it around the bend.
Monuments of leather stand at attention.
Each one of these boots have a story of where they've been, what they've been through, where they've served.
The laces tied to history. The soles carried heroes, some of whom never came home.
Staff Sergeant David Stewart. He was killed in Afghanistan. This is where I get choked up. Because like I said, every boot has a story.
Hillary Chambliss, United States Navy.
Lynch started this Memorial Day display in 2014. Her goal, to collect enough boots to line Roosevelt Boulevard to the gates of Cherry Point. A destination that's so far out of reach.
We're just waiting for the last couple loads.
Then, word comes from the front lines.
This is gonna do it. Mission accomplished. We got to the front gate. We are so happy.
Yep. We did it this year.
And with enough boots left over for another memorial.
There it is.
Yes. Amen. You did it, you did it, you did it.
It's a quest not yet complete.
Now I gotta go down by the base and get a picture of the last boot. We made it.
Perhaps sacrifice is a measure of love.
This is it, huh? This is it. We reached our goal.
Lynch returns that love with her own salute to those who gave all.
We start all over again next year.
I like the opening and closing shots the best. I feel like this one was missing some of those.
Demos. A lot of them.
Those, yeah, some good tight shots, steady tight shots.
Yeah,
sequencing of them putting the boots down.
Because you know they're gonna
keep doing it.
So it's just a matter of getting ahead.
This
so
one's
that
a
you
no
get the
for
tight.
me.
Yeah.
Well, they
No.
mentioned also getting close to the gates of Cherry Point, which is
It didn't get
Marine,
close.
and they didn't show it.
Yeah.
Now is that the
It's a Marine Corps base.
right? So you
Oh.
can't show the entrance of a gate, can you? Like we can in California.
We can at Fort Carson, yeah.
It's not like you come right up to the
Right.
gate itself.
They don't allow us to show, like if we're
Oh,
doing a
really?
story about the military, you have to show the sign on the side or. So that's good. That's interesting. California is so special.
Well,
So special.
I'm going off the years ago. I grew up.
Laughing in the face of cancer. This sounds familiar.
Okay.
The air base over there. But so I have information about how they do that.
I think in Florida it was the same. I think, but that was years ago too. What is this one called? Laughing in the Face of Cancer.
This sounds familiar, but maybe I'm
We've
crazy.
seen it, but I just don't
Ryan,
remember.
prepare yourself.
Which one is this one?
Well, it has the word cancer in it, so I feel like.
Oh, the she ends up meeting up with a comedian who has the same.
Oh, yeah.
But I still need to see it.
Can I see the first little bit?
Is that this one?
Yes.
Hi. Come in. Hi. Oh God, what's happening here?
What's happening is that teacher Jade Laswell, in the middle of another busy junior high day,
All right, so log in, check your Powtoons one last time.
has agreed to stop
Who else is missing a partner? Everybody else has their partner. Yes?
and tell us about her journey.
Which one? I've had lots of journeys. Teaching or cancer or...
Unfortunately, yes, it is her story. About cancer, breast cancer, a bilateral mastectomy, chemotherapy, 8 surgeries so far, and then round number 2.
And I was actually in the middle of a reconstruction surgery in this January, when the morning of my surgery, I found a lump. My surgeon found me and sat down next to me to tell me that there were cancer cells on that lump. So we've just started over again a couple weeks ago. How do you describe where you just have that dropping feeling in your stomach where like my breath literally was taken away? Absolutely devastated and couldn't stop crying.
But what you'll notice if you're around Jade for only a few minutes at school
They were starting from the beginning.
or at home with her husband and 4 children is that instead of crying.
Wow.
She very much prefers to laugh instead.
It's a very, very dark place when you're dealing with cancer. It's scary, and there's a lot of scary things. And to be able to make fun of it kind of takes the power away from the cancer. You know, we're going to laugh at you, we're going to fight, and we're not going to let you win. So it's nice to connect with other people who get that, who understand that fight.
She found that someone on a Friday night in Deep Ellum.
Put your hands together. Welcome Larry Garza!
Where Larry Garza's stage 4 cancer journey
So on a lighter note, I almost died.
is on stage and under the lights, offering that potential best medicine
That girl's twerking for the Lord. It was amazing.
that a fellow cancer fighter in the audience might need.
Look, I'm not racist or anything. I just want you people to go back where you came from. Straight up. And I was like, New Braunfels? Thank you all very much. Come talk to me after the show. We have a connection now.
Yes, we do. I'm your cancer girl.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Jade.
Jade.
Hi.
You doing okay?
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Great.
The two cancer fighters did meet after the show, shared stories,
Why do I always look like this?
shared laughs.
I like to go out to people and be like, hey, baby.
For more than a half hour.
And you're going to be fine.
Yes.
And we're going to be fine. And we just keep going.
And we're going to be 80 years old, like, remember when we were scared and we had cancer? Yeah, exactly.
You just have to freaking laugh through it. Because
just have to.
What are your choices?
When you joke about it, you take the power away from it.
That's exactly what I said earlier. Did you hear that earlier? I said that earlier.
Joking about it to me is really important because it lightens it. As much negativity that comes with the disease, the one thing that is positive about it is community, is family, and love, really. I know it sounds mushy, but it's true.
Studies have shown that laughter does have its benefits, that people with a strong sense of humor have outlived those who don't, especially when battling something as brutal as cancer.
It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
You're gonna be great.
So Jade plans to keep busy laughing, especially when she gets news like she got last week.
Well, it came back clear as no cancer, so they're not finding any cancer. And sometimes with this cancer fight, it's just about waking up and putting one foot in front of the other and hanging on to a little tiny piece of hope that you can survive what the day is gonna bring you, because you really don't ever know.
But we do know that in her classroom, among all the positive and encouraging messages on the walls, is the one right behind her. It says, "A day without laughter is a day wasted." So here's to Jade's journey of no wasted days and laughing in the face of cancer every precious moment she can. In Deep Ellum, Kevin Reese, Channel 8 News.
I mean,
Yeah.
I almost feel like that one little thing was like they could have just pushed in or cropped in on it without the movement, because I almost feel like they did that in post production, but I might be wrong.
They did do that in post production.
Yeah, move that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like that.
Yeah.
Because they froze the video. And then,
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Good story.
The interviews.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
I know, because that lighting was so good.
It's hard because when when I go back to other ones we pushed through, it's like there's ones where it's like there's nothing there for me to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
There's nothing for me to say. Oh man, this.
So want to say yes, and then just when we get to the end, go through. It looked really good.
Yeah, the interviews look really well. Yeah, can we say maybe?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
This is crazy. So here's my number.
Pinky boot. Oh God.
Sorry.
You're gonna get that in my head now.
So call it maybe. Pink boots, ready. Pinky boots. Sorry.
There are few jobs that combine science
with art.
About 5 minutes to let the yeast kind of absorb.
Yes.
The yeast is looking pretty.
And fewer jobs still,
This is gonna shoot out this way.
where you'll see pink boots
In there. See, that's why we're boots.
here in the back room.
There you go. So right now I'm checking the gravity.
For Georgina Solis, beer isn't just bar talk.
There's a cyclist fly valve. These are the swickle valves.
It's a career.
It's rare to come across a female brewer here in DFW, but I think that may be because it's a very young industry. We're checking the temperature.
Solis is an assistant brewer at Petacolis Brewing Company.
We have to do this with every sample.
While women are used to sell and market beer, you'll find mostly beers in the back rooms of DFW breweries.
There's nothing really attractive about me being back there at 5 o'clock in the morning, my hair in a bun, I've got malt all over me, and it's not cute.
Those pink boots aren't just a fashion statement. They're a calling.
I wanted to put North Texas on the map.
Pinky boots.
This week, 30 kegs of Pinky Boots hit beer menus at local brew pubs. The pale ale was created by the North Texas Pink Boot Society. Solis is the leader.
Hard, dirty word.
The educational nonprofit offers college scholarships to women in brewing, like Meryl. She manages the front office at Deep Ellum Brewing.
These are all the people that graduated from that program for this year.
Meryl's applying for a Pink Boot Society scholarship to UC Davis to study brewery science.
You get covered in yeast sludge. Yeah, it can be kind of funky, but I'm into it.
A beer that makes these ladies
And knowing that our powers together,
tickled pink.
we can conquer anything we put our mind to.
In Dallas, Noelle Walker, NBC 5.
Oh no, mother of pearl.
Good shooting. Great job editing that.
That was that was shot really well. See, I go back and I like that one better than some of the other ones we've said yes to.
Like what?
Tahara,
Yes, I'd agree.
monk parakeets.
I agree.
I would say, the monk parakeets.
I like this better, yeah.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yeah, dog with the stick. I say yes
dog,
to
I
this.
say yes to dog and stick. I say yes better than
So we're gonna say yes to this one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna say yes. I'm just
And then we'll figure out
preparing my
everything
brain.
else.
Yeah, I'm preparing
When we're not live.
How many more?
preparing my brain.
47. Okay.
Oh, this is
Love at Love.
This is the airport, Love Field, I think.
Oh, I think it is.
This is where they slow down. I think I like this one where you put the interview sound under the slow motion of the.
Can we
think-
watch?
Yeah,
Can
let me
we?
watch
We
this
might
again.
just need to scroll through it because I'll
I think there's
remember
only
it.
3 of them.
Hang on 1 second.
The hugs are long and the smiles wide when family is together.
Fantastic. I want to cry.
I already have to.
It's been so long. It's about 5 years since I've seen her last.
Finally.
She's getting so big and beautiful.
Slow down for a moment.
Yeah.
Savor the feeling of Dallas's Love Field Airport at Thanksgiving. The "is she here yet" anticipation that brings a dad to his tippy toes. The sense of relief when a long-distance love is not so distant anymore.
Well, I go to school at UGA in Athens, in Georgia, and she goes to school in Denver,
Colorado School Mines.
So we both are from Texas, though, so we come home, get to see each other here for Thanksgiving.
And we've been dating since high school.
The joy of generations reconnecting.
We've got 16 grandchildren.
Yeah.
When you're young and raising your own children, it's a whole different thing. Hurry up, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. But then you smell the roses with your grandchildren.
There's really smiles, right?
It's just thanks that we can all be together. You know, there's nothing better than that.
the peace of a family reuniting.
We haven't seen her since September, so she's coming back from college, so we're so excited to have her here with us.
Yeah, I'm a freshman, so I've never been away from home this long.
She's like my best friend, so it's nice. It's like seeing an old friend, but it's really nice.
Yep, I remember this. Yeah.
Or at least right now, all feels right. Perhaps the more we slow down, the longer that feeling will linger.
It's going to be a good week.
Awesome week. It is.
Teresa Woodard, Channel 8 News.
And that was one of the main reasons I liked it. It was different.
Yes,
Taking
I
a simple
loved
concept,
that.
but it was so profound.
Yep.
Yeah. Take a moment, slow down.
Well, and too, for me, it was so untraditional. Like, you didn't see, like, even, the crazy thing is, like, even creatively framed interviews are becoming traditional.
Right.
Because we use them so much.
Right.
So with this one, it's like, you didn't see them at all while they were talking, but you
Right.
knew that's who was talking.
Correct.
It was great. I love this.
Because of that kind of moves up for me.
Oh, this moves
Yeah.
way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this one. Ugh.
It's
I'm stealing
out of the
all
box.
these ideas. Yeah. Yep. It was.
Yeah. I think it was, I like the, I mean, it was really, the variety of it is like, you know, like you can tell they paid attention to the variety of, the diversity as well. And
Huh?
where
No.
it played into the whole story behind the whole story of it's like it's about love.
Right.
It's not about anything else. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Slowing it down. I mean, so simple, but genius. Because it gave you that moment to feel what they feel when they spoke.
Yeah, I'm into that. Mission from Santa.
This is tough because now I'm like,
Ready.
Merry Christmas.
It's the one shot a year
How you doing?
to influence your Christmas fate.
Jump up real high. Jump.
At the Brookfield Square Mall,
Let's see, what else would you like?
Big shark.
Oh, shark.
as Santa is making final additions,
All right, big smiles.
many parents are crossing off something from their wish list.
Yeah?
For years,
And we usually put the new one up at the top.
Maria and Jim Harrington treasured the trips to the mall with their sons.
2011.
Their Hubertus home transforms this time of year.
All I want is just the Santa picture. That could be my gift.
A corner wall paying homage to those visits with Santa.
He wasn't quite one.
Early trips with Jared
Jared didn't want to sit on Santa's lap, have nothing to do with it.
and younger brother Ryan are marked by tears.
Everybody has a Santa picture of a screaming baby.
As the boys grew older, like many families, the parents stopped going they never expected.
I do not wear a tie a lot.
The same would not be true for their sons.
There you go.
In a Tosa apartment, the boys are changing.
We're on a mission from Santa.
Let's do it.
Ready to make a grand entrance.
Is that dark in here or is it just me?
At the mall, heads are turning.
Hey!
Once again, they have arrived for their moment with Santa.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Wondering if you'd be willing to wear matching sunglasses.
Okay, no worries.
Once a trip of obligation, the boys say Jared struck a deal over another mall celebrity.
I didn't want to take photos with the Easter Bunny anymore. So I made this deal with my mom that I didn't have to take photos with the Easter Bunny anymore as long as I took photos with Santa up until Ryan turned 18.
He's gonna stand on that side.
Once old enough to drive,
They could do what they want, and the rest is history.
the pictures took a new direction.
2010, I evidently was the ugly sweater edition with my sweaters.
You can tell our parents stopped dictating what we wear to Santa.
Year
We did like a deer in the headlights look.
after year,
Had Elmo on the chest, and I dressed up as like a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum on Santa's lap.
the pictures have become more adventurous.
Beastie Boys kind of surprised me.
He like jumped up on the chair and he said he made his b-boy stance with us.
Each photo more elaborate.
Favorite right off the bat is 2014 with the Leprechaun.
Mall security stopped us.
And then he just stuck around and watched us get our photo, and then he was like, that was funny.
After saying their goodbyes,
Merry Christmas to you too, Sam. Thank you.
It's off to the big reveal.
Oh my gosh. Blues Brothers. Oh my God.
The brothers have struck gold again.
Oh my God. You got Santa to wear the glasses too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Their newest photo, delivering smiles.
I love it.
More important to their parents, knowing their sons are still doing this together.
I would consider him my best friend.
Yeah, he's my best friend.
We're gonna have to put it with our big giant collection here.
A sign of Christmas affection, considered the best gift of all.
Christmas means family. Oh, so excited.
With photojournalist Andy Kunkel, Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
That was hilarious.
That was funny.
There were some technical things in there.
So
Exposure
no
issues,
for
that's
me.
a no for me.
But fun story. Really fun story. Out in the cold. Winter is here.
Winter is coming.
Oh, well. I'm
I don't watch
not
Game
caught
of
up, so
Thrones,
it
so.
might be in. Ready.
I just announced to everyone that I don't watch Game of Thrones.
A family
Mary
can be
doesn't
defined in many ways. Sometimes it's love. And sometimes it's the knockdown, drag-out fights that make you a family.
You get to hit the crap out of people, and that is by far the best.
Roller derby is a collection of families, one of which is the Blue Ridge Roller Girls.
For me, it's therapy. So like if you're having a bad day or if I've had a bad
I've seen
week, if I've
this.
taken care of some rough patients or had rough family members to deal with, you know, I can come here and hit people and it's okay. Like I don't go to jail for that.
But this particular family doesn't have a home. Just wrapping up their 12th season, the Roller Girls have played every bout on the road. And they have to beg for practice space, going as far as Skate Depot in Hendersonville, which is about to close.
And a lot of the warehouses and areas that we have found that meet our space requirements,
super
they're just too expensive for us.
Carly Burdine
Chief Goober. That's my official name, my full derby name.
was on teams that played in venues like the U.S. Cellular Center.
Like, it was insane. I never thought that, like, we'd be in...
That's negative.
Negatory.
Before the bad stuff comes into town. Okay, when I enter stuff from now on, I'm only gonna make short titles.
I know, right?
Now I'm like, I'm sorry that I made all the judges type long words. Comes into town.
This is the last
Okay.
one?
There's two more.
Two more. Yes.
We're over here at Jacob Lewis Park, Kansas City, Missouri. Get some air under it, yeah. You know, it's a beautiful day after work. We're out here enjoying the sunshine. We might not catch most of it this weekend, so we were just trying to get a little bit of sunshine while it was out here.
It's springtime, finally, for a day. I had a friend call me up who told me she wanted to do laps like a dog. So I came out here to do laps like a dog.
You get all the seasons in 1 week, that's for sure. Maybe even in 1 day. I love cats a lot, so it's a cat coloring book. Shameless. I hope that it's going to be a long spring, though. You know, you never know. Hopefully, we have a nice intermittent period between the snow and then the blazing heat of summer.
Escaping the harsh world of work. Well, I hear it's not going to be too good. I try not to obsess about it, though, because what can you do about it? Nothing, as Walter Cronkite would have said. And that's the way it is.
Let's do right here. I'm gonna test the light real quick. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it.
We are out getting our engagement photos, and we had planned to come out Sunday, but it was absolutely awful weather planned in the forecast.
Let's go over here by this tree. We decided on these locations because it's not your typical Kansas City location for photography, so perfect.
we wanted to try something different.
Got to enjoy the beautiful weather, you know, didn't have to battle the elements this weekend, so it all worked out.
Mark, get set, go.
Man, sometimes up until May, you never really know in Kansas City, so I'm just taking it. If I get a beautiful day, I'm gonna be outside.
Enjoy it before the bad stuff comes in town.
It was a good story. I mean, there were good.
Yeah, it was a good story.
I mean,
It's a no for me. Yeah.
Definite no. Lemonade, fallen firefighter.
Okay.
Eddie.
Same.
Come get it while it's cold! We're having a lemonade stand, and we're raising money for a fighter. Lemonade, this way, give it's cool! We're holding up signs, and we're all matching, and it kind of attracts, like, the customers. It all goes to charity! We're raising money for a firefighter who passed away in the California fire. Brian Hughes was engaged to get married, and he had a baby on the way. Lemonade! We thought it'd be nice to like raise some money for their family.
Gaby, do you want to get ice?
Ice, ice, ice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it makes it really special because he risked his life for other people's lives, and then he lost his life. What we're doing is to try and help him and his family because of everything that he's done for so many other people. Aw, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
It's so sweet. The children are so innocent, and for them to be that empathetic for somebody else and for his child that's on the way. If you have your choice, you'd rather have your dad around. I had.
Yes or no?
That's a no.
No.
Oh yeah, because
That's the troll.
All right.
So hold on a
Hang
second.
on. Don't say
Yeah.
anything. We gotta go
Yeah.
off live.